please help me welcome, you know her as the winner of Frank the Entertainer in a Basement Affair. Here is Kerry. Hey, Kerry, it's so nice to meet you finally.
Lacey! It's so nice to meet you. Hello.
What do you know about what went down with Jenny and the situation with the porn?
I know everything about that, actually. Jenny and I were good friends on the show, and we actually remained good friends after the show as well. And again, editing and post is a dangerous thing. So They really fucked her over. I'll just put it that way. The producers really fucked her over. There was no porn involved. The only thing, and this is why we all got nervous after this, we're like, oh, we're all fucked, right? Because all it was him holding up a picture of her in a bathing suit. She was in like a bikini on the beach. And he was like, we found this on the internet. And I was like, oh, it's like a sexy Facebook photo in a bikini. And all I'm thinking to myself is, oh shit, I think my profile picture looks kind of the same. Fuck, we're all fucked. And Jenny's just like, it's just like a photo in my bathing suit, but they don't say that, So She was not naked. It was not inappropriate in any way, shape, or form. And the way that Frank just tanked her that night, obviously it's all the producers. It's not Frank's fault either. Right. But they needed that material, they needed that shock value. So they completely embarrassed her. But it was her in her bathing suit. And it was the same photo that was on her Facebook page that her family is on and everything like that. So it was really horrible what they did to her to make her walk off the show like that and then present it that way on camera, because she was really traumatized after that episode aired. She has a very what's the word?
Conservative?
Conservative. Yeah, very conservative family. And she was the classiest gal on that show, let me tell you. Classiest gal. And that's what's so ironic about it. She was a girl that was like, I'm not going to kiss Frank and I'm always going to cover up and I'm always super classy girl. So yeah, there was no pornography involved. Jenny was the nicest, classiest, loveliest girl. And they really fucked her up.
That is fucking brutal.
Could have been any of us.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, clearly they wanted to get rid of her and they were trying to figure out what is our reason that Frank is getting rid of her? So they kind of have to create that if it's not something obvious. And my guess is that because she was more conservative, that would be such a juxtaposition that would make it like, oh, this is shocking and scandalous. But one thing Yeah, exactly. One thing, not to get too off topic, but I just want to throw this in there. I really do feel like in a lot of ways, we've really come a long way as a society regarding our treatment of women. And of course, we still have a long ways to go. But I just know that back in the Of Love days, it was very, very slut-shamey. And there was a whole lot of that.
Yes.
And we didn't even really have the word slut-shame yet, if I remember correctly. At least not to the degree that we have it now.
No, we didn't.
Yeah. And so it's unfair from that perspective to slut shame a woman, obviously, for whatever kind of sexy photos she wants to have. But more so than that, the problem with what they did to her is I would imagine that could then follow her. What if it fucks up her job interviews? What if it fucks up her future relationships?
Absolutely.
I mean, there's so many ways that it could impact her outside of the show negatively. And that is the one. I mean, I love the producers. They did such a great job, but there's definitely a number of times I really feel they cross the line, and that would be one of them.
Yes, that was definitely horrific what they did to her. And in the same subject of this, I don't know if this happened to you girls, but after the show aired, we found out that there was a Playboy version of Frank the Entertainer.
Yes, I heard about this.
We had no idea, but apparently, when you sign these contracts, they're allowed to do whatever they want with whatever footage they get.
For those who don't know exactly what you're talking about, basically what they did, we all assumed if we're changing clothes and we're getting dressed, or if we're doing something innocent even that involves us getting naked for a second, then, if there happened to be a camera person who catches it, you think well, they're not going to show this, A, because it's not a part of the story, and B, because it's for VH1, which doesn't show nudity.
Exactly.
But what we weren't aware of is that they could then take all of that and have it be not censored and show the girls changing clothes, being naked.
And that is not what we signed up for.
That's so fucked.
So we found out about this Playboy version. I just remember all of us freaking out. And we watched it and, it was complete. It was so degrading and just so hard to watch with what they did with, there were some images of us getting undressed, having, very intimate moments with Frank. Thankful for me, they even used, like, I was putting on body oil when I was tanning, and they put it in slow motion, and it was like, just, it was
sexualizing things that shouldn't have been sexualized.
Yeah, everything was being sexualized, and they turned everything into that wasn't just completely innocent.
I think that I was lucky enough in not getting exactly hung up. I do know there was a time that I went streaking, and I had I remember I put my hands over my boobs like this, and I put my other hand over my crotch, but you could totally see my bare ass. And I remember somebody like took a screenshot of my ass and like sent it to me, but not censored. And I'm like, where the hell did you get that? And I remember I didn't know forever, like, how did you get an unblurred version of my ass? And I didn't really care because it wasn't that, I mean, I was the one that went streaking, you know what I mean? But then when I found out later that that's what it was, and I was lucky because I didn't really have any like topless shots of me or anything like that. But a lot of the girls did, which is so fucked. That's like an exploitative.
Yeah, and that goes back to Kathy as well. They really they were really mean to her with the Playboy thing. They really took advantage of her at intimate moments with her and Frank, and it wasn't fair what they did, what they exploited after that. So she's still traumatized to this day about that. If I mention it to her, she's like, I'm getting anxiety. I can't talk about this.
Understood. Oh, she got like PTSD from it.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Yeah.
That's horrible. That breaks my heart. That's horrible.
Yeah. Yeah.
Man, that's fucked. Yeah. And it sucks because there's nothing that you can do because the contracts they send you are that fucking thick, and you basically just sign away everything. And the whole time you're going,
you're excited, you're young.
Yeah. Well, you don't know what like evil tricks that like they word it in such a way that's so vague. They're like, we have the right to use this footage any way we want. And you're going like, oh, okay, that means they're going to turn it into DVDs to sell, or they're going to turn it into whatever future. Like, that's how I interpreted it, not like we're going to make a porno out of it and put it on, HBO or whatever.
Right. Please specify that in the contract next time. Thanks.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Well, they purposely don't because they know we wouldn't fucking sign that, So they do it in a manipulative way on purpose, which is pretty fucking evil if you ask me. Hey everyone, it's Lacey motherfucking Skulls. If you're enjoying this interview, then be sure to catch the full interview and much more on my new streaming service, Storm TV. Storm TV is the place to go to find brand new original content featuring your favorite reality stars from shows like Flavor of Love, Rock of Love, Daisy of Love, I Love New York, and more. For just $4.99 a month, you'll get to watch over 60 episodes of Talk of Love featuring hour-long interviews with your favorite stars from the Of Love shows. Come support us, watch us grow, and enjoy all the exclusive new content featuring your favorite Of Love stars. It's only $4.99 a month, so go online and type in stormtv.online and subscribe today.